Hey everybody, have you ever wondered how to make the perfect omelet? It may seem simple, but it's kind of hard. And this man right here, Chef Kris Jakob, recently made me the most perfect omelet I've ever had in my entire life. You may remember when Fox 26 Morning News was live during American Idol auditions at the Culinary Institute LeNôtre. Well, Chef Kris is the head instructor, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He's the head man over there at the Culinary Institute. And afterwards, he made me this perfect omelet. So I wanted him to come on and show all of us again, and me again, and to show you how to make the perfect omelet. So how do we start, Kris?
Well, we start by first having big bowls, because the larger the bowl...
I know. Why such a big bowl?
Because the larger the bowl, the more air you can whip into the omelet to make it very light.
Now, I noticed in the recipe, which will be available for everyone after the show at HoustonTexasFood.com, the recipe for his omelet simply had 3 eggs. That was it.
That's it.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to people putting like water and all kinds of stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you make 3 eggs into a delicious omelet?
Well, I separate the eggs from the whites from the yolks.
All right, and how do you do that?
So I take the shell and I just go back and forth.
Okay.
Until it's separated.
Now remember, everyone, Chef Kris is a professional culinary instructor, so we're really getting the full treatment here.
That's right. And what most people do, they don't use a big enough bowl, so they don't whip enough air into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip air into the egg whites and the yolks, and Clever is going to do the yolks.
Oh, wait, so you separated them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And then I whip enough to have enough air in the egg whites.
Yeah.
And you don't want stiff peaks.
Because that would make it like a meringue, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So it should look about like this.
All right. Can you see it's a little bit foamy?
Yeah.
All right.
And now I pour the egg whites on top of the egg yolks, and that's important step 2.
Okay.
And then we fold it in.
All right. And by folding, what does that mean?
Not to try to knock too much air out of it. Your egg should have a lot of bubbles in it. Okay. And this means that you have a lot of air, and this is going to produce that really light omelet.
Oh. All right.
That's the trick.
Okay, that is the trick, everyone. So you whip your whites and your yolks separately, and then gently fold them together.
That's correct.
And then...
Actually, that's going to be a little too much for this pan. So next is to have a low heat. A lot of people try to cook eggs on too high of a heat, and when they do that, the protein in the eggs gets really tough and rubbery. Now you have rubbery eggs.
And you know, Kris, that's exactly how my omelets turn out. Dry... Flat, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be patient.
So low heat.
Low heat.
And what kind of oil did you put in there?
I just put a canola oil.
All right, a little bit of canola oil. Okay.
The next trick to making the good omelet is to make sure that the edges don't dry out. So the way I cook my omelets is I go around the edges, so you don't have those like crispy, rubbery edges.
So it's pretty labor intensive. Like you can't just let it sit and walk away.
No, you gotta.
Again, that's what I do.
So once you get to this step, I keep just pouring the eggs to the side, and this is cooking them, and it takes a while to
How long do you think it takes to make an omelet?
About a good omelet for me is about 3-4 minutes.
And how many eggs do you put in?
3 eggs.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I go ahead and I let it start to set on the bottom. Now I stop to mess with it.
Right.
And I let it set.
And let it set a little bit.
That's right. We are making, today we're also making a Portuguese garnish, which is basically tomatoes, peppers, and garlic.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a Portuguese salsa a little bit, yes?
It is, yes. And because we're a French Culinary Institute, we have to have sauce. So we're doing sauce supreme as well. So we have all this on my omelet.
Yum. And so can you show us how to get it out of the pan?
Yeah, right now we're going to set it. There is a trick to it.
Yeah?
Is once it does set.
Because I know there's a trick to that.
There is. The real trick is first you have to make sure the bottom sets. If the bottom isn't set, it's not going to go.
Right.
So.
And we just have 30 seconds, Kris, so maybe we might not have enough time to see the beautiful... Oh, there he goes. Oh, look at how beautiful and shiny that is.
Yeah. Another trick to a good omelet is it shouldn't have any color on it. It should be just nice and yellow all the way.
Exactly. My omelets are brown and crusty. So.
Means too high of a heat.
Hey, we learned a lot today. Now, you see how he's gently folding that to get it out of the pan, and then you'll just kind of ease it onto the plate, right?
From here, you have to fold it fold it on out.
Excellent. So notice no brown edges. It's light and fluffy. Here is what the finished product looks like with your Portuguese sauce. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And let me tell you, everyone, it tastes as delicious as it looks. And only 3 eggs, people. That was it. The trick is in how you prepare the eggs to cook them, right? Kris, thank you so much for being with us. I hope, will you join us again and teach us something else?
Absolutely.
All right, everyone, the recipe and this magnificent technique will be available for you after lunch today at HoustonTexasFood.com.